God allowed it for the salvation of many. Here in Genesis 45:1, it says, "And Joseph could not restrain himself before all those who stood by him. And he cried out, 'Make everyone go out from me.' So no one stood with him while Joseph made himself known to his brothers. And he wept loud, and the Egyptians and the household of Pharaoh heard it. Then Joseph said to his brothers, 'I am Joseph. Does my father still live?' But his brothers could not answer him, for they were dismayed in his presence. And Joseph said to his brothers, 'Please come near me.' So they came near him and said, 'I am Joseph, your brother, who you sold into Egypt. Now, therefore, do not be grieved or angry with yourself because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years a famine has been in the land, and there are still 5 years in which there will be neither plowing nor harvesting. And how God sent before you to preserve a prosperity for you on the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you who sent me here, but God. And he has made me a father of Pharaoh, and the Lord of all the house of Egypt, and a ruler throughout the land.'" So here Joseph is explaining to his brothers. I know, like, number one, it says that he couldn't hold in the pain anymore. He couldn't hold in the betrayal. He couldn't hold in pretending anymore. And he told the Egyptians to leave. But he cried so loud. The pain was so much of everything that he had been through for so many years that he couldn't help it. And he told the Egyptians, leave. And then there he is, face to face with the person, his brothers, his blood, that sold him, that threw him into the pit, that took off his tunic, that didn't care, that went and lied to the dad and said, "Oh, my brother was destroyed by the animal," and the dad suffered. So all this pain is finally exposed, and now Joseph says, "I am your brother. You meant it for my harm, but the Lord meant it for my good." He says, "Because now we're in famine. And because of this famine, God sent me before you to preserve life. So now, therefore, it was not you who did it to me, but God." And we have to remember that God allows us to go through things so we can learn from them, not to make you bitter, but to make you better. And you have to allow God to heal the betrayal, to heal the rejection, and to heal all those things that the enemy would try to make you be stuck in. Like, well, look at what they did to me. Look at what they did to me. But no, everything that you go through, it's for a purpose, right? There's things that you didn't do anything wrong and it happened. There's a difference between when you disobey the Lord and then you get played. But there's a difference when you did nothing wrong and bad stuff happens. You have to learn to forgive and to let go so God can heal you, to use you. Amen.